Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to my Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion, the first one. So, yeah, I have returned from the cavernous void of college, and I'm just gonna be doing some recording. So let's get ahead into it, and yeah, I'm just gonna be playing stuff off of my emulator, and frankly, nope, as you can see, Luigi's face is already kinda haunted there. Yeah, you may be wondering, why are you using... DJ, why are you using emulation when you have stuff like capture cards and all this fancy smancy stuff that I could otherwise have? Well, it's easier. I also love those crows just staring there. Like, one looks so angry while the other looks sad. I don't know why. So, Luigi's Mansion. Basically how it starts, Luigi wins a mansion in a contest he didn't enter.
Hmm?
Yeah, so... Luigi, being a relatively smart individual, decides, hey, I should contact my brother to see if things are shady or not. Anyway, speaking of Mario,
Mario!
most important button in the game.
Mario!
But this is the A button here is,
Mario!
both your Mario button and your check room button. So, go up here, and, well, it seems that this is locked, so... Oh well. Nobody's here. Guess we should better go. Well, that's not creepy at all. So, I have to wonder, why do ghosts need keys anyway? It's like, as you saw, it's like that ghost just ran right into that room without any hesitation whatsoever. It's just like, why do you need the key? I mean, I'll go ahead and spoil a little bit of the story, but this is basically a ghost trap to capture the Mario Brothers. But it's like, you have this stuff where it's like, why do you need a key? You know, it's a good thing those ghosts don't really do that like at all in the game. And unlike more professional gamers, I'm not gonna be reading stuff because I am not a good voice actor. Anyway, this old fart right here is Professor Egad. And yes, Nintendo loves their puns about as much as I do. That being said, he's basically the resident ghost researcher. And now he's gonna help us bust some ghosts. Oh, yeah, so there's him mentioning the contest that never even entered. Now, a bit of a funny story with me and my buddies, back when I was, like, 6. Basically, we used to think that Mario Tennis on the GameCube was chronologically before this game, so we thought that Luigi won the mansion in the tennis tournament. Yeah. But yeah, so apparently the Mario Brothers are in their mid-20s, according to this text. But, yeah. Okay, so here are your controls. That's pretty standard affair. Now that being said, if you stay on the end of this screen for, I'd like to say it's like 10 or so minutes, maybe, you get a Easter egg song. If I can figure out a way to edit that in at the end of the video, I'll probably do that, but straight up, I'm just gonna go into it. Okay, so this is the Poltergust 3000, a ghost-busting vacuum. So, yeah. R and control stick to move the vacuum and suck it. But, yeah. It's a very simple game, Luigi's Mansion, and that's part of its charm. But, yeah. I kind of like the funky beat that's kind of going on here, this tutorial song. So hold down the button to turn off your flashlight, and then bang! Oh. Okay, I'm gonna admit, I haven't played this game in a very long time, so I'm definitely gonna be rusty. That being said, bang, heart exposed, and basically when you get a ghost in your suckage, I guess, you basically hold back on the control stick in the opposite direction of the ghost, and that's, yeah. You suck up ghosts, and that's about it. But yeah, one of the... Now, this is unfortunately a thing where, 2 and 3 make this a bit easier with the flashlight thing, but it's like turning off the light makes it to where... Okay, how to explain this? Okay, so a ghost they dislike the light when it's like on them. So, oh god. But the closer you are to having the flashlight in their spread, it makes it to where they stay frozen longer. So the closer a ghost is, the longer they're gonna be stunned. While if you hit a ghost with the rim of the light at the farthest part of the flashlight, then they're not gonna stay stunned for that long. And hell, there are some points where you'll probably notice in this playthrough where if I like hit a ghost with the flashlight and it just immediately disappears. Sometimes that happens. But that being said, now that the monotonous tutorial stuff is over, let's get into the game proper. And this is something that I'm glad that Luigi's Mansion 3 came back to, is the exploration. First of all, talk to this toad because he's here for some reason. I mean, I mean, these are basically your save stations, but it makes me wonder what the reason for them being here is. I know they're here to find Mario on the behest of Princess Peach, but it's just like, there's so many of them in this mansion. It's just like, why are you here? But, oh god. When this thing happens, move out of the way or else you will get hurt. Now, mirrors, interesting little aspect with them. Oh, nope. How do I get the polter? I forget how to get the... There we go. If you hit... Yeah. If you bring up the Game Boy Horror and you press the A button, this'll happen. Now, drug trips aside, as you can see, I'm now in the center of the foyer again, which is a very nice way of getting shortcuts. Ooh, money. Yes, now, one other thing that you can do with the vacuum is, as you can see, the dust particles came out as if I was like checking the object. You can use your vacuum to check stuff, so that helps. Ah, and the Luigi's Mansion theme. God, I love it. So, now, before you do anything, you should always make sure that you try and get search as much of the room as possible before clearing out the room of ghosts, because there's usually more cash playing around. And one of the hidden objectives of Luigi's Mansion is to get so stinking rich that it would make Wario blush. Always kind of the funny aspect of Luigi's Mansion that I always thought was funny. Either way, put out the candles, and the ghost will insult you by calling you lime green, even though Luigi's a bit more of a darker green. These portraits look like they are from a game of Clue. It's like Luigi with the candlestick in... Oh crap, I actually forgot the name of this room. Bugger. Oh well. Either way, that'll activate the ghosts and they'll start coming in. Now, I don't actually know the name of these guys. Oh, there you go. See, I hit him with like the brim of the camera, or not the camera, the flashlight, and it didn't actually stay in, like, he didn't stay stunned very long. Now, yeah, so now the room is lit up, and no more that means no more ghosts will spawn, and we got a chest with a key. Now if I can bring up the map, oh, well, it brought up the map, oh. Sorry about that. Okay, so the parlor room is where it is. So basically, it'll bring up the map and show you where the room key is, or the key that you use for the room. Anyway, I know that, I don't know if these ghosts actually have official names or not, but me and my buddy, when we played this when we were younger, used to call these orange ghosts slappers. Just because, and while on that topic, we used to call these pink ghosts punchers. Now basically they have the same attack animation, more or less, but, they have the same attack, where they basically punch you, but, obviously the puncher variants are a bit more meaty with their punches, and they have higher health. The Koopas, if you... Wow, I cannot hit this guy. Basically, these orange guys are like Goombas, the pink guys are like Koopas, if you want to make that kind of comparison. Oh, and that is a heart. Oh, hey, that's rude. what a pose to get froze on. But yeah, so one of the big things is making sure that you don't get hit by ghosts, because obviously ghosts hurt. And, that is a poison mushroom. I didn't think that we were going to get into that until our first portrait ghosts. Speaking of that, portrait ghosts, we'll get into those later, but basically, when this mansion appeared, Egad's painting gallery full of ghosts that he converted into paintings basically got out. Okay, now, if I remember correctly, you wanna... Oh god, no, okay, that is a speedy spirit. If you get this guy, you get a crap ton of cash. Quarterat demonstratum. So I'm just gonna avoid the hostile ghost as I suck up all this cash. I believe, yellow dollars are worth more than, green dollars, but don't quote me on that. Speaking of that, there are... Ah, that actually made me jump! Anyway, I believe me and my buddy used to call these guys, junkers or something. Basically, they're trash can-shaped ghosts that drop banana peels, and are... The banana peels are very annoying because if you move into those, if you get hit by a banana peel, you essentially get Mario Karted to where you trip and you lose the ghost as such. Jerk. Nope. But thankfully, you can suck them up. For, you know, I don't know why. You would think that the banana peel would, for some reason, like trash the, like the poltergust or something, but I guess the power of science makes it a bit, more hardy than common ghost banana. Or maybe the banana peels are ghosts. Maybe that's the secret. Like, they're actually ghost bananas. Like all the time that you've played like Donkey Kong Country or whatnot, like those are the ghosts of the bananas that you collect in that game. Oh, hello. Yeah, the trash can dude coming in and like coming in doesn't scare, like scares me, but not the actual jump scare ghost. Yeah, one thing you'll definitely come to learn is I am very jumpy. So, that being said, yeah. Thankfully they give you a courtesy heart, and, let's go out here. And another toad. And yeah, so I'm gonna try and basically do everything in the game that I possibly can. Like, I'm not gonna catch all the speedy spirits, and I'm not going to catch all the, like the golden mice. We'll get into those whenever we see one. But I am gonna try and clear every room and clear every boss. So, hopefully that'll let me... Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, so this is basically our explanation of the gallery ghosts, the portrait ghosts as I've been calling them. But basically, Luigi's Mansion is this fun little idea of not only are you ghost hunting, but you're also doing a crap ton of essentially puzzle bosses. Now, fun fact, how do I get up the map? That's not the map. That is not the map. That is the map. Okay, so as you can see on the area right here, there's no door here. Suspicious. Because it's a trap. So, yeah. And I love how the ghosts, like, make fun of that. But anyway, ghost mice. Long story short, they just show up in hallways and are continuously spawning. Anyway, as you can see, jerk. Stop that. I don't want to be here doing light reading. I forget this guy's name. I think it's like Neville or something like that. Anyway, dodge his reading, he yawns, and then you inhale him. Now this gets into our first gem type, pearls. There are 3 different types of pearls, big, medium, and large. And now, as you can see, oh good, I got him into a corner, and the poison mushroom went that way. Now, I believe this also coordinates into how you get a gold rank or not, but, screw it, I'll hit the poison mushroom. As you can see, the poison mushroom makes you tiny. Now, I believe how the rankings work is... You have to suck in a portrait ghost and get the pearl, which I believe means you have to get the ghost down to 90 health, I believe, before the... Ooh, money. before you essentially have to one cycle it. Like if the ghost escapes, you no longer get the big pearl. So you need to get. So the challenge of this game is basically surviving the ghost, doing puzzles to attack the ghost, and then basically get as much cash as possible by doing well on the boss fights. Now, if I remember correctly, it was this one. Yeah. Okay, so now that being said, the money is purely bragging rights. It just makes you happy, basically. Oh, there we go. Anyway, now, if you're wondering why I seem to be sporadic with my vacuum moving, it's because the game it has inverted controls, and that's just wrong to me. Now, if I remember correctly, there is actually, I couldn't really display this too well with the one dude, but if you bring up your Game Boy Horror and you scan their heart, blah blah blah, stuff about her hair, cooped up in the painting, egomaniac. Wait, I thought there was supposed to be something where it's like, let me read that a bit more, like, focus, because I thought there was supposed to be a thing where it's like, okay, I guess that's a bad explanation, but I guess the next boss will be a good explanation. Basically, what you need to do is you need to open up the breeze, and she will, like, activate. Now, one of the good things is, if you can get one of the ghosts in a corner, as I showed with the other guy, like, then it's very easy, and good grief, I don't know how I didn't get hit by that poison mushroom. But yeah, the poison mushroom basically works off of Smash Bros. Logic. It makes you tiny. And booyah. The other way that, you can get the rankings is, I believe, shown in the actual area bosses, which we'll get into here in a moment. Where basically, if you do an area boss and basically what you need to do is you need to have a high enough health pool. So, for example, I have 91 health. If I take 1 point of damage in the boss battle, then I'll have a silver rank instead of a gold rank. And if I believe, if I get under 50 HP, then that is a bronze rank. Anyway, check this cabinet and you will get a big heart, which I believe is pretty much just a full restore. So, this is a bit macabre. A baby ghost. Here, let me scan that real quick. Wow, that is flighty. Horsey. Rocky Horsey. Yeah. And, you know, you could kind of get the idea of that with basically with the coin surrounding the rocking horse. But, yeah, basically, this is a baby ghost. That's messed up for, Nintendo standards. Oh. Okay, so we do the schoolyard bullied approach and hit it with the, I think it's a him, with a ball. And now, the proper boss battle will begin. Which, frankly, I love these bosses. Like, it is such a trippy background. Like this is a drug trip of a boss battle. Like background, just But they can get away with that because it's ghosts, and I love it. And I love that little wink. This game is just loaded with charm. I love it. Oh boy. Okay, so meet Chauncey, the first boss battle, proper boss battle of the game. Basically what he'll do is he'll do this kind of intersection kind of thing where it's like he tries hitting you with the ow. He tries hitting you with the oh boy. Well, that didn't work. He tries hitting you with the rocking horses, basically run past them, and they basically home in on your location, so just run past them and keep still, and don't keep still, and that'll work. Anyway, once the balls have rained down from the sky, give him a taste of his own medicine. And the interesting thing about these boss fights is that, you cannot one-cycle them, so, dude, you cannot one-cycle them. I believe the best you can do is two-cycle Chauncey. And even then, you're most likely going to be doing 3 times. Anyway, once he does that, he's going to do what is known as the Bad Belly Bounce, and basically try and Grand Slam, because every giant boss battle has a ground pound maneuver. Ignore my dyslexia, by the way. Okay. Too many balls! Let's, yeah, basically aim for the ball that doesn't bounce, aim slightly, hit them, and rinse and repeat. Now let's see if I can do it. It's gonna be... Oh, okay. Bummer. Again, I'm not the best at this game, so... And I'm not gonna try and claim I am, but... Yeah. Okay, now if I remember correctly, this is where he starts... Yeah, those things start coming out really fast, but the same rules apply. Now, okay, that one's kind of a trip-up, because those ones always stay in that same area. Okay, get the ball, and I missed. Anyway, so stand in the middle one more time, and you'll dodge it. And now, time for the assault of the balls. Yeah. And good night. Hello? Okay, that was a bit weird. Okay. And yeah, so Luigi spends his Saturday evening murdering a child. How do you spend your... Well, is it technically murdering if we're just capturing him, and then is it also just, like, is it technically murdering if it's a ghost? I digress. Anyway. Key with a heart. Which is it's a special key because it's a different color. Oh, right, I forgot to go into this, but basically there are 3 types of main cash. There's the coins, the dollars, and the gold bars. Coins are fairly common, bills are also very common, but are a bit more. And the gold bars, I believe there's a limited number of them in the game. I'd like to say it's something like 50 or some odd number. I can probably look that up later, but yeah, there's only a limited amount of gold bars in the game. Anyway, this is honestly pretty entertaining. Like, just, you stick them in, and they just get... and then they just get turned back into paintings. Luigi looks so proud of his work as well. the good things is that they actually do give names to these suckers once you've captured them. Other than that, another nice detail is that the higher rank that you get for them is the more they'll be doing kinetic things, like, kind of use Lydia as an example there. She seems much more enthusiastic with a gold frame than she would with a bronze. Anyway, Luigi has already, in the span of like, what, 30 minutes, Luigi has already gained more money than my net worth. Ah. Okay, so that being said, yeah, that will be the end of the first episode. Hope you guys enjoyed that. In the next episode, we will figure out where the heart key, Kingdom Hearts, leads, and we will try and find Mario. Also, look at Luigi shuffling. See you guys next time.